The year is 2024. Across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, Flight Zulu-15 soars through the evening sky. Passengers settle into their routines, lost in their thoughts, unaware of the chilling turn their journey is about to take. Unbeknownst to them, high above, a shadow emerges from the twilight, its presence sending ripples of unease through the tranquil journey. An unmarked military jet appears alongside Flight Zulu-15, its sleek silhouette a stark contrast to the passenger plane. The jet's proximity is unnerving, its intentions unknown, sending a shiver down the spines of those who glimpse it from their windows. Whispers of confusion and fear spread through the cabin as the military jet makes a series of close passes, its presence growing increasingly menacing. What began as a routine flight across the Pacific transforms into a tense standoff, a chilling prelude to an event that will forever remain shrouded in mystery. Tension grips Flight Zulu-15 as the unidentified military jet continues its relentless shadowing. The pilots, their voices strained, attempt to establish communication with the jet, but their calls go unanswered, met only with an eerie silence. Suddenly, the unthinkable occurs. The fighter jet, in a maneuver that defies all standard protocols, veers sharply in front of the airliner, forcing it off its designated course. Confusion reigns in the cockpit as the pilots struggle to comprehend the situation, their training offering no precedent for this terrifying turn of events. Fear ripples through the cabin of Flight Zulu-15 as passengers, witnessing the alarming aerial display, sense that something is terribly wrong. The plane, now under the jet's apparent control, deviates sharply from its planned route, veering towards restricted airspace, a chilling violation of air traffic regulations. Attempts to re-establish communication with the military jet prove futile, the silence from the other end amplifying the fear that has gripped the aircraft. The passengers, their faces pale with apprehension, huddle together, their hushed whispers swallowed by the growing sense of dread. Section 3. Vanished. Minutes stretch into an eternity as Flight Zulu-15, its trajectory controlled by an unknown force, descends into a chilling silence, its fate hanging precariously in the balance. All communication with air traffic control ceases, the plane vanishing from radar screens, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and mounting panic. The world holds its breath, desperate for any sign of the missing airliner, its disappearance sending shockwaves through global news channels and social media. Flight Zulu-15, once a symbol of routine air travel, transforms into an enigma, its whereabouts unknown, its story shrouded in chilling mystery. Section 1. An Uncharted Landing. Days turn into nights, and still there is no trace of Flight Zulu-15. Hope dwindles with each passing hour, replaced by a growing sense of despair as the world grapples with the possibility of a catastrophic loss. Just when all hope seems lost, a faint signal, a beacon from the abyss, is detected by a remote radar station. Flight Zulu-15, against all odds, has reappeared, its ghostly presence emerging from the digital ether, sending a surge of relief and disbelief across the globe. Section 2. The Missing Hours. The world watches, captivated, as grainy footage emerges of Flight Zulu-15 touching down on an uncharted airfield, a desolate strip of concrete in a remote, undisclosed location. The plane, though seemingly intact, bears the scars of its ordeal, its exterior a canvas of inexplicable markings, its metal skin etched with strange symbols that defy explanation. As the dust settles and the initial shock subsides, a more unsettling reality begins to emerge, one that deepens the mystery surrounding Flight Zulu-15. The passengers, though physically unharmed, disembark in a state of bewilderment, their faces etched with confusion, their minds grappling with an inexplicable gap in their memories. Hours of their journey remain unaccounted for, lost in a haze of disorientation replaced by fragmented memories, eerie visions of blinding lights, and whispers of voices heard through a static-filled void. Their accounts, though disjointed and shrouded in a fog of confusion, converge on a single chilling detail. A sense of an external presence, a force beyond human comprehension that exerted its influence during their ordeal. The official explanation, a narrative of navigational error and equipment malfunction, rings hollow, failing to quell the rising tide of suspicion and disbelief. Whispers of conspiracy, fueled by the inconsistencies and unanswered questions, begin to circulate, casting a long shadow over the official narrative. The baffling events surrounding Flight Zulu-15 send shockwaves through the global community, igniting a firestorm of speculation and debate. Amidst the chaos and confusion, a lone figure emerges from the shadows, drawn to the enigma of the missing hours, determined to unravel the truth behind the official narrative. Her name is Sara Quinn, an investigative journalist with a reputation for tenacity and an unwavering commitment to exposing the truth, no matter how deeply buried it may be. Sara's instincts, honed by years of navigating the treacherous waters of investigative journalism, tell her that there's more to the story of Flight Zulu-15 than meets the eye. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep-seated distrust of the official explanation, Sara embarks on a perilous journey into the heart of a mystery that will test her resolve and challenge everything she thought she knew. Her investigation leads her down a rabbit hole of classified documents, redacted reports, and whispered conversations in shadowy corners, each clue a piece of a puzzle that seems to grow more complex with every passing day. She scours through aviation logs, interviews witnesses, and pores over satellite imagery, piecing together the fragmented timeline of Flight Zulu-15, searching for the missing pieces that will unlock the truth. As she delves deeper into the mystery, a chilling pattern begins to emerge, a trail of secrets and half-truths that suggests a concerted effort to conceal the true nature of what transpired on that fateful flight. Section 3. Target: Sara Quinn. Sara's relentless pursuit of the truth does not go unnoticed. As she gets closer to uncovering the secrets of Flight Zulu-15, she becomes the target of shadowy forces determined to silence her, to keep the truth buried at all costs. Threatening phone calls, mysterious emails, and the unsettling feeling of being followed become unwelcome companions on her quest for answers. Undeterred by the escalating intimidation tactics, Sara digs deeper, her resolve strengthened by the knowledge that she's onto something significant. Something that powerful forces are desperate to keep hidden from the public eye. As the line between Sara's investigation and her personal safety blurs, one thing becomes terrifyingly clear. The truth behind Flight Zulu-15 is far more dangerous than she could have ever imagined. Sara's quest to uncover the truth behind Flight Zulu-15 leads her deep into the annals of classified military projects, a labyrinth of forgotten experiments and whispered rumors. She unearths fragmented reports of strange phenomena, unexplained aerial sightings, and electromagnetic anomalies that have plagued the globe for decades, their origins shrouded in secrecy. Each piece of the puzzle, though seemingly insignificant on its own, whispers of a hidden truth, a pattern of events that defies conventional explanation. As she delves further into the murky depths of classified information, Sara stumbles upon a name, a ghost from the past, that sends a shiver down her spine: Project Nightfall. Project Nightfall, a Cold War-era military experiment long thought abandoned, rears its head from the annals of history, its true purpose as elusive as the shadows it casts. Whispers of advanced technologies, experimental aircraft, and the manipulation of electromagnetic fields paint a picture of a project that pushed the boundaries of science and morality. Could Project Nightfall, dismissed by many as a relic of a bygone era of paranoia and scientific hubris, hold the key to unraveling the mystery of Flight Zulu-15? Sara, her instincts sharpened by years of chasing shadows, believes it does, and she's determined to expose the truth, no matter the cost. Section 3. The Convergence. The pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place, forming a disturbing picture that connects the dots between Flight Zulu-15, Project Nightfall, and the strange phenomena reported globally. The eerie lights, the unexplainable technology, the cryptic messages from the pursuing jet, they all point to something far more sinister than a simple navigational error. Sara uncovers evidence suggesting that the abandoned military experiment wasn't as abandoned as everyone believed. Someone, or something, had reactivated it, and Flight Zulu-15 was caught in the crossfire. But why? What was the purpose of intercepting a commercial airliner and subjecting its passengers to such a terrifying ordeal? The answer, she fears, lies buried deep within the heart of Project Nightfall, a truth so shocking, so world-altering, that some would go to any lengths to keep it hidden. Section 1. The Walls Close In. The deeper Sara dives into the mystery of Flight Zulu-15, the more she realizes the pervasive reach of those determined to keep it buried. Her phone calls are intercepted, her online activity is monitored, even her apartment no longer feels safe, the familiar space now imbued with an unsettling sense of paranoia. The line between her investigation and her personal life dissolves. Her pursuit of the truth has painted a target on her back, and the hunters are closing in. Despite the escalating danger, Sara refuses to be silenced. The passengers of Flight Zulu-15 deserve answers, and she's the only one willing to fight for them. Section 2. A desperate gamble. Facing constant surveillance and threats, Sara realizes that conventional means of investigation are useless. She needs to disappear, to go off the grid, to find a way to expose the truth without becoming another victim of the conspiracy. In a risky maneuver, Sara leaks a carefully curated trail of false information, hoping to mislead her pursuers while she disappears into the digital underground. She contacts a trusted source, a former intelligence operative with a network of contacts as shadowy as those she's trying to evade. With her source's help, Sara assumes a new identity, vanishing from the digital grid, becoming a ghost in the machine she once expertly navigated. She moves from city to city, staying one step ahead of her pursuers, always looking over her shoulder, her senses on high alert. Even in hiding, Sara continues her investigation, using her newfound anonymity to access information, to connect with sources who are too afraid to speak openly. She's racing against time, aware that her pursuers are relentless, and the truth behind Flight Zulu-15 is a ticking bomb. Despite Sara's courageous efforts, the truth behind Flight Zulu-15 remains elusive, a chilling testament to the power of secrecy and the lengths to which some will go to protect it. The official narrative, riddled with inconsistencies and blatant cover-ups, crumbles under the weight of its own lies, leaving behind a void of unanswered questions that haunt the families of those aboard the flight. What truly transpired during those missing hours? What secrets were deemed so dangerous, so potentially disruptive, that they warranted such a brazen act of deception and manipulation? The events surrounding Flight Zulu-15 serve as a stark reminder that the world is not always as it seems, that beneath the veneer of normalcy lurks a labyrinth of hidden agendas and shadowy forces operating beyond the reach of accountability. The official silence, the stonewalling, the orchestrated misinformation campaign only serve to deepen the mystery, fueling speculation and feeding the growing sense of unease that permeates the public consciousness. The line between truth and fiction blurs, leaving behind a residue of doubt and suspicion that erodes trust in institutions and casts a long shadow over the very fabric of society. As the years pass and the trail grows cold, the memory of Flight Zulu-15 fades into obscurity, relegated to the annals of unexplained phenomena, a chilling footnote in the history of aviation. But for those who delved into the heart of the mystery, who dared to challenge the official narrative and seek answers in the shadows, a lingering unease remains, a gnawing suspicion that something remains hidden, something sinister and profound. The unseen hand that orchestrated the events of that fateful flight may never be held accountable, their motives forever shrouded in secrecy. But the impact of their actions continues to resonate, a haunting reminder of the fragility of our reality and the unseen forces that shape our world.